Welcome to our family recipe revival, the final winner. Megan and I, we are going to be cooking this beautiful recipe together, and the master is going to be cooking and the mentor is going to be next to the master trying to cook together. About 3 months ago, I decided to do something about bringing people back to the table again. You know, we have the love for food, but it's so crucial more than ever to get to the table and enjoy those minutes, not just as a ritual of feeding ourselves, but as a love and experience for dining. Now, what Megan is doing is chopping her aromatics first, and now the foundation of her sauce, some onion, some beautiful celery, some carrots, and she's rough chopping it because, guys, you may say you don't have time. Don't use that as an excuse, because she's going to put everything in that Cuisinart or food processor and rough chop them and create the foundation for her sauce. I'm going to put the top on. Few pulse. Beautiful. Now we're going to go cook, shall we? Look at what we have here. We have a pan that is lukewarm, and what she's going to do is she has her veal according to her recipe, she has her Italian sausage, and she has her beef. Just a little bit of olive oil first, my dear. Hey guys, can you hear those sizzling noises there? Those are those beautiful searing that's happening with this beef, and she's going to sear those beef and those veal and that pork Italian sausage together, and then once that's done, we're going to remove those, and then we're going to bring our vegetables. What is the net proceeds of this amazing recipe going to go to?
The net proceeds will go to the Susan G. Komen Fund for breast cancer, and I chose that because my grandma, who passed away this past year, she was a survivor of breast cancer, so in honor of her, I wanted to donate the proceeds to Susan G. Komen.
So proud of being a part of this. She won 3 months of free digital cable from Time Warner Cable. She won baking products from Regalware, and she won gadgets from Wolf and Sub-Zero, and those beautiful veal that you just saw from Strauss Veal, hormone-free, free-raised, beautiful ingredients from our friends from Tim and Randy Strauss and the Strauss family from right here in Wisconsin.
I think that's the most important thing about family recipes is when you move away or people pass away and you're not physically close to them anymore, you can make the recipe and you feel at home wherever you make it. And I think that's the most important thing of every recipe that I made of my family's, is that even though she's not with us anymore, we'll always remember her for this recipe and others that she's passed to us. So.
That is so beautifully said, so important. She may not be here in body, but she's always there with us in spirit anyway, but to bring back those flavors, that aroma that Megan says in her story that used to be flying through the house every time she was making this food, and her grandmother was making this. That's what happens every time, over and over again. That's the beauty of this. That's the beauty of this recipe. A study was done in the University of Columbia that children that do not eat around the table and as a family are more prone to drug and alcohol abuse. Why do you think that, guys? Please start asking the whys, because if you don't, you will not find the answer. Because that gathering, that family spirit, that questions that we are supposed to ask each other, and that even confrontation that happens at the table, and all of that love that happens around the table doesn't exist. Stop looking at food as a ritual of feeding yourself. We are not a gas station that we just need to pump ourselves with some gas to keep driving. We need to look at food as love that feeds our soul. That's what I'm trying to do here. That's what it is. We need to look at food like that. Now, time to add the tomato sauce, shall we?
Yes.
Now, I want to show you a trick, guys. You saw what that splattering? Take your spatula, put it right in front, and let the sauce hit the spatula. There would be no more splattering going on. Now, Regalware gave you a baking sheet that is stainless, made out of steel, stainless steel. Yep. Beautiful baking sheet, and you're going to study the story of it. Why stainless? Because it's a very, very bad heat conductor. So the heat doesn't burn your ingredient, it allows the oven to do the baking. But this one is cast aluminum, and this is going to turn into an oven shortly. Look at this. We're going to put this on. Bye. We're going to put this on, and we're going to let the beautiful heat create a small little oven for us over direct heat, and let this sauce come together. And we're going to come back and look at this in about 20 minutes to half an hour, and then you're going to see this whole sauce is going to come together. Meanwhile, we're going to go off and go cook our pasta and then show you the entire finished product. How's that, Megan?
Sounds good.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'll put this away and we are good to go. Now, let's see what you've created here, shall we? Oh
Okay.
my God. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh my, that's wonderful. Look at how your sauce has come together. The spaghetti is in the water. Put some in that frying pan. Yeah, you good? This handle is not going to get warm.
I was saying that it's my family,
That's
we
it.
all ate together when we were growing up. Like you were saying, it's so important. When we were growing up, we had dinner almost
great.
every night together. So
That's, you know, you just before we came back on, you were telling me how beautiful it smells. It smells
Yep,
like home.
feels like
You know,
home.
It feels like home. I love that. I love that. We had the spaghetti, and I want to just make sure that I catch some of that water. The pasta cooks in water, but it needs to absorb in the sauce. So last few minutes, the pasta is going to finish cooking inside the sauce. The pores of the pasta is open. It's going to absorb all of these beautiful juices of your gorgeous sauce, and all of those sauces are going to be, those flavors are going to be a part of that pasta. That's what's going to happen right now. And last minute, we're going to drizzle some extra virgin olive oil, and the Parmesan is going to be sprinkled over your pasta. That's what I did with your pasta when you ate it. The Parmesan was not the cooking and the fat and the water content of the cheese separating due to the heat of the pasta. That's what we're going to do. Now, I want to make sure that we all understand something, guys, and that is eating at the table doesn't just happen at dinner time, okay? It can happen during breakfast, brunch, lunch, and it is important that we do it. We eat 1,095 times at the table, 365 times 3, all right? So some people have started this so-called wonderful, great cause, great food revolution, and we try to blame some school districts doing this thing, and only 180 times of those things are happening at schools, okay? That's 2 times if they eat breakfast and lunch. So please get back to the table, cook around the table if you understand what I'm trying to say here. Pull up the pasta, let the heavy sauce drop, and when you plate, high but not wide. Turn, plate. Same here. High but not wide. And then, the master is going to do the difficult work. Come here, master. Now, you take the sauce and put it right on top of the pasta. More from there. That's it. That's it. And then let it drop as you wish. Let it drop. And now, so from Megan's heart and my heart to every one of you, that's yours. And once we're done, and that's called a chef's facial, by the way, guys. What else can a chef ask for? Enjoy it, from all of us to yours. And if you want it, come to Il Mito, have it with us, or go to Megan's house and have it with her.
Yep.
Love you. We'll see you soon.